Hi everybody, Conchetta Dudley here, instructor for our Education and Computers course. I wanted to make this video update just so that you guys can match a face and video with our online course. Sometimes I know taking courses remotely, it's a little bit difficult because you lack that face-to-face interaction, but at least with this video, I would like to make them maybe once every 2 weeks, just to check in, see how they're, talk about course updates and development. So within Unit 1, you guys have already written for our discussion prompts. I still need to go and read all of those. I'm going to try to have that done by the weekend, as well as our project proposal. So let's take some time right now to look carefully at the project proposal. I know that you already have submitted them. However, some of you might need to revise it. Okay, so for our project proposal, there were 6 main components. The first component was a statement about your project that expressed what your overall goal and purpose is of your digital project that you guys are going to create for this course. Now remember, this course seeks to identify instructional strategies related to ed tech in classrooms and how students may be impacted by classroom learning. However, with the use of digital tools. However, it doesn't necessarily have to be isolated to education and computers, but you could think about professional practices that you plan to go into, such as, I know we have a lot of students in the course who are thinking about going into nursing. So maybe for your statement of our project of purpose, maybe you're going to identify some type of preparation program to help students become more prepared to enter these rigorous nursing programs. So, and therefore you would create a statement around that purpose. For those of you who are possibly thinking about going into education, when you create your statement of purpose with your particular project, think about what area you plan to teach and how you could create a project that would help to enhance some particular aspect within that classroom by having that classroom lens, if you will. So description of who the audience of your site, of your website will be, that this is critical. You have to be able to identify who your audience is, because a lot of your content that will be added to your project is geared towards your audience. So knowing the needs of your audience and being able to identify who your potential audience, client, who's going to be visiting your site, what those needs are, what their needs are, will give you a greater sense of how to develop your and organize your site. When we talk about organization of a website, we're thinking about content and organization. What type of content will you add, and how will that content be displayed to your audience? This section here wasn't too bad. You just need to find somebody who will be able to review your site in addition to me, somebody either in the field of education or if you have another fellow nursing student who would like to go into nursing, maybe have that person look over your site. You just need to get some additional feedback outside of this class. Because remember, your site is going to be live. So just thinking about your audience, your goals, and having somebody to be able to review your site is definitely important, and it's going to help you gain a clearer sense of your project over the course of the next 12 to 13 weeks. So an explanation for why this project is significant to you. Yeah, you have to know why the project is important to you. Throughout the course, you might face some emotional ups and downs, a little roller coaster, especially when you're working with a lot of technology. But that significance, that importance of your project will help you to have a greater connection to your project. Okay, we're talking when we're thinking about like the emotional side of things. You being able to identify that significance and know that significance within yourself will help you to have a stronger connection to your project. Rationale for the tool. So you need to identify a technology tool such as Wix is a tool that creates websites, or if you wanted to create some type of blog for this, Blogger is a great tool that you could use. If you're using Google Sites, if you're a Google person, you might be able to create a website using Google Sites. Okay, so you think about the tool that you would like to use to help you implement that purpose, that vision that you have for your project. And if you don't have a clear vision of what your project could be, don't worry. I will definitely communicate with you. Send me a message through Canva. It's the quickest way for me to get back to you. And I will try to help you understand where your vision could possibly go. But it starts with an idea. Have an idea in mind of what area you would like to somehow identify a problem that you would like to address, and figuring out how you could utilize that digital tool to help you address the needs of your audience, and how you could use your digital tool to convey some information, content to your audience. What's your overall goal? Does your project seek to entertain, to inform, to persuade? So start thinking about that, and also keeping in that rationale for that tool selection. When you guys think about choosing digital tools, especially for teachers, you have to know the purpose of that hardware. So if I'm checking out Google Chromebooks, I know that I probably will be doing a lot of digitally based projects within Google. Like, I wouldn't expect for my students to use iMovie on a Google Chromebook. So having that rationale for why you chose your tool is critical. It's absolutely critical, and I cannot stress that enough. Knowing why you're selecting that tool. If you're going to use Wix, if you're going to use Google Sites, how I've mentioned, if you're going to use Blogger, if you're going to create an online course. Even if you want to create an online course because maybe you want to be an entrepreneur in the future. Maybe you want to have your own business. Figuring out how you can organize your online course to meet the needs of your potential clients or audience is critical. Absolutely critical. Choosing the right tool and having the right tools in line to help you meet a goal. That's really important. And the last part of this was having you guys look at educational theory, such as if you're thinking about constructivism, pedagogy, if you're thinking about behaviorism. So figuring out what type of educational theory would help to frame and support, by providing evidence of your to help support your overall goal of your project. Okay, so I'm hoping that this video helped to clarify. I know you guys already submitted it, and that's fine, but if you do get a revise back for me, you'll be able to watch this video, pause this video, and be able to think more deeply about, what does this project mean to you? What does it mean to your audience? Who could be your potential clients or audience, and why? And how we're going to use educational theory to help to frame that. That's significantly important. Okay, so some other things that we have, let's see. Discussions, I can't click the grade one, let's see. I haven't penned any discussions yet, but I will. I want you guys to check out this video, Coding in Classroom Teaching. As you know, our government, or if you don't know, you will know, our government passed $200 million, a grant to support coding and STEM in classroom teaching. So this is not a requirement. However, I'm deeply vested into coding and using formats of helping developers create websites and mobile apps. So just thinking about this idea of coding in classroom teaching, I want you guys to take a look at this video that I made for that, just to give yourself some knowledge about what's going on in the field of public school education and possibly what's going to happen in the future. Okay, so I will be checking on your Unit 1 discussions very, very soon this weekend, and I'm going to be giving comments back how I did for your introductory videos, which you guys did an excellent job. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you all develop over the course of this semester. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. Email me. Last name Dudley, Dudley, first name Kenchetta, Kenchetta, @gmail.com. I'll look forward to talking to you guys soon. If you need a quick response from me, send me a message through Canva, because I do have the mobile app Canvas on my mobile device. So, and I love it. So I want you guys. I just downloaded it the other day, so hopefully I can have faster responses and give quicker feedback to you guys. Okay? All right. Have a great weekend.